We're looking at a new system called OmniRoute today that allows you to code for free forever with AI. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works step by step. We just built this out, as you can see. So we said an animated star field on a canvas, actually built it out perfectly first time round, gives us a code, gives us a preview. And this is running through a free API. Now, the cool thing about this is basically you have one local endpoint that routes, for example, Claude Code, Cursor, across 237 different providers, and 90 of them are free forever. Plus, it also falls back when you run out of tokens. And there's token minimization systems built into this that reduce the amount of tokens you use by 15 to 95%. And this means you can code for free forever with AI. Pretty insane. So this is a free open source project. It's called OmniRoute. It is a free AI gateway. Now, what this means essentially is that you never have to worry about stopping coding. You can connect every AI tool to 237 providers, and you can reduce the amount of tokens you use each time you run with this as well, which is pretty wild in itself. Now, this also runs in 42 different languages, and it was super easy to set up. To get it set up, I mean, I've already plugged it into the Agent OS. We created a new tab called OmniRoute, and essentially I just gave the GitHub to Claude. Claude set it up for us, plugged it into the Agent OS, as you can see right here, and it's ready to go. We can also save stuff that we've built, and then we can come back to what we've built previously as well, open those up, have a look at them in real time. Let's test it again here because it seems to work really nicely. And also we've got instructions here on how to install it, but literally if you want to install it, it's really, really simple. So you just use this terminal command set up, and then use this terminal command to point a Claude code to it. So what that means essentially is you can run OmniRoute with Claude code, and that means Claude is free as well. Pretty impressive in itself. So if we say, okay, just build a to-do list app as an example, we'll click on build, and that will start routing through free providers. And then with those free providers, we can start getting outputs directly here as well. So this is something that I call the free coding engine. I think a lot of people sort of run through the problem of they're using Claude, they're using Cursor, they've got other coding tools on the side, and then the free tiers run out in the middle of a build. One provider goes down, the whole day stops without it, or you have to switch everything over, and that takes time too. And so if you're looking like a free way to use all your tools without worrying about this, I mean, you can see the build here, it looks pretty good. You can just use OmniRoute instead. And it's way simpler and way easier to use. And then if we want to save anything, we've actually created a custom build around this. So what this means essentially is we're using the power of OmniRoute, but we've got it inside this engine that helps you visualize and save the builds and everything else. And that's inside our agent operating system. The other cool thing that we can do with this, because we built it in the Agent OS, is we can plug it into our memory, we could plug it into Hermes, we could use it however we want. But the main thing here is it's pretty wild. Now, so how does this work? Well, it works in 5 layers. So you ask, OmniRoute picks and falls back. You got 93 providers, and then you get the build. And there's one door here. So every coding tool points at a single local URL. Then it uses a pool of 93 providers. It also fallbacks. So the reason for this is sometimes you hit a limit on a free coder, and this way it just switches automatically. It reduces the amount of tokens you use, and it runs locally with a local endpoint. You also might say, okay, well, free models, they're not that good. But actually, you can see 2 different builds that we've done with this. So the to-do list app and also this example as well. And it looks pretty good. I mean, let's test it again. The other thing that I was surprised by was how fast it is. So if we say, okay, build a landing page for an SEO agency, and it will start running in the background right there. Let's leave that on the side so we can see what it does in a second. Now, if you want to install it, you can code for free in about 5 minutes. So you just use this command. Then you can point Claude code at it, or you can use it in one click inside our agent operating system inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And also, because it's so simple to set up, you don't need to be technical to use this. And so you've got one endpoint that can route to multiple different free providers. And then we've got the code back as well over here, which is pretty good. Now, you also might say, well, what if one of these free providers just disappears? And for example, if you look at our Alpha or any of the free stealth models that are on OpenRouter, eventually, once they come out of beta, they're no longer free. And so the great thing about this is that the whole point of OmniRouter is it expects these free models to disappear eventually. And when that happens, it also falls back to the next model that it's lined up. And that works perfectly as well. So you can see this keyboard app that's ready to go here. Pretty nice. So, I mean, I've tested it on 3 different things here. The virtual keyboard, the to-do list app, the animated star field. Works for pretty much everything, runs across 92 different models. You can also use variants. So for example, you got auto, but then you can also use like auto coding. So depending on what you're doing, you can switch the model. So if you just need something really fast, you can switch to auto/fast. If you need something good for coding, auto/coding. Offline, you can run with that. And then there are 17 different routing strategies. So for example, you could go with the priority, you could go with weighted, headroom, or even fusion as well. So this is pretty interesting because fusion is basically a way of using like multiple different AI models at a time and then fanning out the task to multiple different models, and a judge will synthesize the answer. Now you can actually use fusion as a routing model with OmniRoute as well. So it's pretty exciting. I might keep testing it. I'd be interested to know what other people are using, but it's a free way to code forever with AI. What's not to like? All right. So if you want my full setup with the agent operating system and the free coding engine plugged in, the free coding engine is one tab. The agent OS is a whole room. OmniRoute is a free coding backbone. But inside the AI Profit Bottom, you also get the entire agent operating system with the OmniRoute free coder, agent Kanban, every CLI you already pay for, the AI Mastermind, the local Hermes engine, the Claude workspace, free local models, etc. We've plugged that all into the agent operating system. And inside there, you also get an amazing community of people learning, growing, and helping each other with AI automation. There's 3,900 members inside there, which means that we can all help each other. There's always people online 24/7. And I personally answer the questions inside the community. Plus, everyone else helps each other too. Inside the classroom, you get access to all of our best trainings. And if you want the full agent operating system, you can get that right here with a video tutorial, the last update date, and the zip file to install it. And then we add new tutorials, as you can see, based on what's actually useful. Plus, inside the calendar, you can jump on 4 weekly coaching calls and get help and support in real time. And that's all available inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description, or just go to the AIprofitboardroom.com to get access. Thanks for watching.